Good day, beautiful souls. It is Solita. Welcome to my channel. How are you all doing on this beautiful day? Today is the day that the Lord made, so please be glad in it. I first want to talk about well, this is basically like a testimony, but I wanted to talk about what I was reading yesterday morning. I was reading Job. I think let me see, did I start with? I know I read Job 4 and 5. I think I started with Job 2 or 3, and I read each chapter all the way through 5. And when I was reading it and understanding the text in a different way, the Lord was giving me visions of times in my life, of a time in my life where, that particular part of the Bible speaks life over. And I've been writing things down because I am a thinker and my thoughts race. So I have to write things down, especially for something important. So I wrote a lot. And I'm going to basically go off what I read. What I wrote. So everything you see me ever speak on, it is scripted because it's always a point behind the things that I say. I speak with intent. I don't make these videos just for the hell of it. I make these, I say hell of it, the heck of it. I make them because I wholeheartedly believe in everything I'm saying. I wholeheartedly care about others. I wholeheartedly do not wish the things that I had to endure on others. And so I want to help someone heal themselves because everybody don't have it where as though they can pay for a therapist or have the necessary tools or know how to, go about healing. And one thing I learned about healing is that you can heal yourself in ways and you can seek out extra help, which is like therapy or life coaching, which I'm looking forward to, seeking some of that out myself, to help me with the things that I may not understand, but back on topic. So I'm just letting you know I was reading Job. I'm not going to tell you what to specifically look, because one thing I learned about the Bible is that I can tell you this, and I can tell you that, oh, the Lord said this, the Lord said that, but that doesn't, and it could resonate with you. But I want you to read the Bible, and I want you to know what the Lord say to you for yourself, because I know what he says to me. I can't speak for each and every person individually because I realize that's the problem in the church now. That's what make people run from the church now, because we don't have people teaching us the right way to go about it. We are all kind of indoctrined by what we seen our parents, our grandparents, and other people do. And a new church, it's not even new. Let's say, being recreated. That's what's happening now. So I encourage you to pick up your Bible, pray before you even open it, and the Lord will tell you what verses to read if you don't know what to do. Nobody's perfect and everybody has their way of doing things, but I encourage you and I tell you, know the Lord for yourself. All right, so back on topic and back to the point. When I was reading Job 4, it was speaking to me about having confidence and ministering to yourself the same as you would do to others. And when I was reading that, it was like, how can you give advice and not take your own? And I can speak on that because I've always been great with giving people advice, but I've never had people be there for me the way that I would be there for them and minister to me. So all the while, a few months ago, a whole year ago, when I began this journey, I didn't have anybody. And the most I could do was just pray and just pick up my own Bible. And from there, in this past year, I have learned that, the same things you minister to others, you have to minister to yourself. You have to affirm yourself each and every day. Because I have things around me, all around my house, to affirm me, because this is my sanctuary. And I believe everything the Lord says about me and to me, right? So all right, the Lord telling me to keep speaking, because I was just waiting for some special words, but he says I got this. All right. Now, Job speaks on confidence and hope. You have to be confident with yourself, because being confident with yourself is like being confident with the Lord. The Lord is within you, and you are whatever you believe. If you believe you can't do something, if you believe you this and that, or what somebody else says, then it is so. I just had this talk with my daughter on her way to school today, and she told me that somebody said that she doesn't have an imagination. And the thing she was saying to herself in that moment, it upset me some kind of bad, because I'm like, have your own mind. How can you allow somebody to tell you don't have an imagination when you know you have an imagination? Like, how can you allow somebody to tell you something and you just up and believe it? And she was believing it. And I'm like, why is my baby believing this? Did she not see how strong her mother is? Did she not see how her mother's encouraging her to have her own mind and don't believe what people say about her, don't believe their labels? And I know she's a child, and it was so hard for me to accept that. Oh my goodness, people is putting stuff in my baby head. But all I can say is that it's a teachable moment for me as a parent, because I know that my children will be out in the world and they're going to experience things from people, and regardless of what I say and try to teach them, I just pray that it embeds in their head, because it's like confidence is the number one thing that you should have in yourself. If you have no confidence in yourself, you're not going to get things done. You're going to easily be subject to what other people have to say about you if you have no confidence. You know, and to have confidence in the Lord means you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. You know, you got to have confidence. Look up the meaning of confidence. You gotta have hope. I wrote down piety. I'm not sure if this is the actual meaning. I didn't Google it or anything, but I was using my context clues, and I was equating that to confidence. So if I'm wrong, don't quote me somewhere in the comments or whatever. Write exactly what piety is. And then I wrote down blameless ways, you know, and hope. These were words that stuck out to me when I was reading Job 4:1-6. So I just wrote them down for my own preference. I also wrote down that troublesome people reap what they sow. The Lord does not allow the upright to perish or destroy. So what I mean is, for instance, say like you're innocent in a situation, like me, when I got in a long-term relationship. I was very, very innocent, meaning I had no idea the plans that were for me. That's what made me innocent. You know, I wasn't innocent with some things that I have done, but I was innocent because I came with an intent to love and do nothing more. You know, but other people had other things planned that I had not known about, that I finally found out about. And let's just say what the enemy meant for evil, the Lord turned it for good. Just like, you know, in a previous video I recorded, but for this one, I don't think I haven't posted it yet. But, you know, whatever the enemy means for evil, the Lord will turn to good. And he didn't let me perish because, you know, I mentioned all the time of how I was in a mental prison. I really was. I really believed everything that was being said to me. I didn't understand how I did, but it took a period of time. It took like a good 8 years for that to happen for me. I didn't realize it was being done over a period of time. And I really started to believe it. I really started to believe I was ugly, that my body, none of that is true. There's nothing wrong with my body. There's nothing wrong with my looks. There's nothing wrong with my personality. There's nothing wrong with me at all. I am perfect in God's eyes. And long as I know that, I know that you should know that about yourself too. You can't let people tell you things about you that are not true. You are what you believe. That's it. That's all. And why my lighting keep changing? It's annoying. It just keep getting bright and dark, bright and dark. You know, I know my camera my screen is cracked, but it's not stopping what we're doing here. I really was about to cry about that a few days ago, and I was like, oh no, I have cameras, tablets, everything. I'm going to get these messages out here to y'all because I want y'all uplifted. I want Christ to get as many of his people as he can, those who really love him and want to be with him. When I got to Job 5, I read about resentment and envy and how it will tear down your house, and how people will take and play on your insecurities. Trouble don't come when you plant a seed. It comes when the plant has grown. And give your troubles to the Lord. The Lord performed miracle after miracle. And I can attest to that. Like, all right, think about it. When that verse speaks about the soil, what I got about the soil is like, in order for something to grow, right, the soil has to be good, okay? And so you plant your seed. And when you plant a seed, what do you do when you plant a seed? You water it, right? And when you water it, it grows, right? And it grows. Plants need sunlight to grow, right? And when I think about trouble cannot come when it's just soil, because nothing has been planted, right? So let me get a little more in depth to what comes to mind when I wrote these things down, what I was reading. Okay. So a seed represents an idea, right? And you put that idea in the soil. And you water that idea, meaning you take action on that idea, like you do things to make it happen, right? Like what I'm doing now. A year ago, I had a thought to make a YouTube channel, but a YouTube channel based off of the label that everybody gave me. Even though I'm licensed to do that, cosmetology, hair, skin, nails, I don't do it often, and I'm not in a salon. I don't own one. I don't work in one, and it's reasons why. I'll explain that later in another video. But when you, like for instance, and what I'm doing now with the videos that's all on my channel, that is me watering it. I'm going to keep making it until this turns into what the Lord showed me in my vision. I'm challenged each and every day. Trust me, I have little children. Okay, I have 4 children. Let alone I've gone through a breakup. I'm still dealing with that. That's a lot because that was a very long-term relationship. I'm also dealing with my own thorns. I'm also dealing with having a lot of responsibility by choosing to be a single mom. That was a choice I made to better us. I didn't make that choice because I wanted to. The Lord said, it's time, daughter. You got work to do. And you can't sit here in this space of uncertainty, But let me get back on topic. So with me doing that, making these videos for y'all, telling my truth, sharing stories about my life, and showing and telling you about Bible verses that I can relate to, that speaks over my life, because every video is nothing but a testimony. Every video is nothing but experience. It's not me just talking out my neck. It's something I've been through. I've overcame it. And now that I understand it and know how to deal with it, I'm about to show you how to do it. So with that seed being planted, right? And I'm watering it. I'm watering this channel. But let's say trouble come. Trouble comes once that plant has sprouted and it's growing, right? Plant could be this big. The plant could be that big. It doesn't matter how big, but trouble will come, right? And when that trouble comes, is what you do when that trouble comes. Because it doesn't mean that just because you're being renewed or you're walking with Christ, that trouble don't come. When it is here, okay? Let me read what I wrote before I even elaborate more how I'm trying to explain it to you, because I am in my thoughts, but I did write these things and I'm just trying to explain this the best way I can. When you are in a desert, the Lord will provide you with rain. Now, the desert represents a dark place, a place where everything is dry, everything is bitter, there's unhappiness, it's so many things that are ungodly, right? And the rain represents him showering his love, his blessings, and everything upon you. Meaning providing a way for you to get out the desert and out the wilderness. And bring you into like the land of milk and honey, as he says, right? All right. So, for instance, the trouble could be like, for instance, let's say you on your right path, right? And you meet this handsome guy, girl, right? And they seem to be your end all, be all. And in the process, while you're on your way to living out your dreams, you notice that your dreams start to kind of die down. And then when you pay attention to why they dying down, look at who's around you. Say it's really that person who you once thought was your end all be all is really somebody who's not wanting you to be on your path and trying to get in the way and stop you and stuff. So let's say that person is the trouble. The trouble that comes to mess with that plant, to uproot it. And he can't uproot something that's from God, when you are already planted into the soil, right? And saying like they do all kind of things, but the Lord deals with sly foxes, sneaky links, deceitful evildoers. He deal with those people who try to get in the way of his work, He saves you from your enemies, your venomous, the spells against you, meaning the things that people say out their mouth. You'll be surprised. It'll be your own lover behind your back, speaking ill on you, wishing ill on you. That's why the Lord says, guard your tongue. It is power in words. That's why you're supposed to speak life over yourself. I totally understand that now. Like, people think like, because they say, oh, I'm speaking the truth. You speaking your truth. You're not speaking the truth. Because the truth would be that you would know to shut your daggone mouth. Because we be out here cursing each other, speaking ill on each other, and that's wrong. That's like spell work. Because, when you think about words, you have to spell words, spelling, so that's why you have to guard your mouth. That's why, like, if you angry, get away from people, because in anger, you'll be childish. And I'm not you'll be immature. You'll say things you really don't mean. And you'll say things because words does have an effect on the psyche. It really does. Because words hurt just as bad as the physical. Meaning, you can hurt somebody in their mind. Why you think people like controlling people? Why? And I could speak for that because I was being controlled for a long time. That my mind was gone. I didn't even realize it until after it was almost too late. I almost didn't even make it through the fire. I almost didn't until the Lord stepped in. I thank the Lord for doing that for me. I didn't know I was being controlled. I knew something was off, but I didn't know I was being controlled. It took a long time for that to happen. It's power in the tongue. People will say ill things. They will slander, throw your name in the mud, but don't you focus on that. Don't focus on what they say. Be strong in your mind that knowing that what they say does not hold any weight. Believe what the Lord says to you. All you gotta do is open your Bible. The moment that you realize what the Lord says about you, can't nobody say anything about you. What they say is merely will always be a sign of jealousy. You're probably the person that they wish they could be. And they know your power. People know your power. Trust me. Darkness always see the light. Why you think you get attacked so much? The Lord rescues his children. And that's why I'm saying all this to you. He rescues his children. He will not let you suffer. And even in your suffering, you might think that, oh, woe is me. No, that suffering is only for a little while. You find lessons in suffering. Trust me. Prime example of it. If I did not have to suffer at times, I would not know God the way that I do. It may hurt, but he will heal you. The Lord will heal you. No weapon formed against you will prosper. You know, and this is not even just about relationships like with a man or woman. This could be a friendship. This could be relations with other women in groups. You know, it could be any type of relationship, not just a romantic one that I'm speaking about. Because people moms got a hold on them as to why they don't even move on in life. And my mom used to have that over me when I was younger. When I wanted to go to high school and stuff, I was afraid to leave her behind. I ain't afraid to leave nobody behind no more. Not when I got kids that's dependent on me to teach them, to lead them the right way. No, everything I do to better myself is bettering my children's life. Everything that I do to this day is more so that I can live in my full purpose and not be walking this earth like a damn zombie. Because that's what most people are. They're zombies. They dead. There's no life in them. There's no life in them. That's why they miserable. That's why they like to start trouble. That's why they sleeping around. That's why they getting super drunk all the time. That's why that's all they do. It's like the lowest, the lowly life. That's what I was trying to say. They like the lowness of life. You know, and they'll always be those type of people, the Debbie Downers, the ones that always want to bring misery around you, the ones that always got problems, the ones that's always begging and in need. We all have the tools right in front of us to get the things that we need in life and want. It's just that we are our belief. You are whatever you believe. If you believe that your life suck and ain't, listen, sometimes we are born into circumstances that we cannot change, but the things that you can change them, and the things that you need help to change, you pray on it, you ask for it. And just because you pray in that moment don't mean you're going to get an answer right then and there. Sometimes it takes a continuance of prayer because Lord needs to know your faith. He needs to know that you really wholeheartedly want what you asking for. You can't just pray one time and think something's going to happen. You pray until something happens, and even when something happens, you keep praying. I'm telling you, it works. I may not be where I want to be. You think I want to be still sitting here? I live in a nice apartment. But I tell you that this is not my end all be all. I see myself living in a big enough house, big enough for me and my 4 kids. That's what I see myself doing. Not no big old mansion. I don't see none of that. I see something big enough room for us to even, if we wanted our own space, we could have our own space. You know what I mean? I'm just saying you are whatever you believe. No matter how many times you fall, the Lord will pick you up. Just because you fell today, just because you fell yesterday, get up. Get up. Get up if you got to get up 10, 30 times. If you got to get up 1,000,000 times, keep getting up because perseverance matters. You have to persevere. You have to keep going. You cannot stay stuck in your pain or wherever you are. Keep going. Trust me. Had I not keep going, I would not have made this video or took the courage to make this channel. I would not have took the courage to tell my business. I would not have took the courage to even show you anything about my life. This is not even my life no more. This is all for God. God is getting the glory out of me. He can use me for whatever he needs to use me for. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because to have been shown so much favor all my life, to all the times when I've thought that my life was bad, I see the beauty in how the Lord moves in my life. I see the beauty. And even though the circumstances is not ideal, I'm telling you, this God is real. Believe in God. Each and every time you open your eyes, it's because of God. It means you got something to do. Go learn and figure out. Pray about it so he can expose it to you, what you got to do if you don't know. Listen. My cousin put me on a big crit, right? Energy. And that's one of the songs of his I listen to a lot. It moves my soul. It got a lot of hip hop influence in it. Nothing he says is negative in it. He says nothing about what the world talks about. It's all godly, everything he says in that song. when you listen to his words intently. And I found this verse that matches what his song was talking about, right? I just stumbled upon it. Like, everything I'm running into is not just a stumble upon, it's leading me to even giving not my word, but giving a word to you all by experience, right? And I found it in Job 5 verses 23 through 24, and I'm going to read them to you. For you will have a covenant with the stones of the field, and the wild animals will be at peace with you. You will know that your tent is secure. You will take stock of your property and find nothing missing. When I was reading that verse, it took me about the field representing the children of God who are out here, the ones, the new church, the ones, the people he got out here, the new prophets, the real prophets, not the ones that was leading everybody astray. That's what I see when he talk about the stones in the field. I think about the new church, the way things supposed to be. Because the Lord right now is humbling everybody. While y'all think that those things that was meant for evil, yes, it was meant for evil, but the Lord is turning it for good. He is humbling the entire earth. Particularly these people who don't know how to be content. These people that don't even know how to survive. These people who always had everything handed to them. He's humbling everybody. And all the humble is being moved up. I'm telling you that if you ain't watching, look what's going on around you. Those who was ignored, those who wasn't seen and heard, though they been seen and heard now. I'm not going to elaborate too much on that verse, but I'm encouraging you to go look up Big Crit Energy. Okay? I can't even explain what it does to me. We need that energy, y'all. We need that energy of love and family and uniting in one, bringing back Christ in the right way and not mocking God. Know who you come from. When you know this, can't nobody take you from your Creator. You will be content knowing that there is nothing wrong with you. Know your worth and know you are worthy. Don't put faith in people. Don't put that power in the hand of others. Your value is not defined by someone else. Pay attention to what they value, especially if it's not you. You have to validate yourself. Go to your Father for validation. He is the potter and you are the clay. Can't nobody rearrange what is already beautifully made. Know you are wonderfully and beautifully made, crafted perfectly to be you. Don't let the things outside yourself have you question who you are. My ear is ringing like crazy. Lord, what do you want to tell me? Okay, the Lord says, keep speaking. He told me to read what I wrote and don't go off top. Okay, I'm reading what I wrote. That's what I was just now doing. Something told me to stop and just keep reading. Okay. Because when I wrote these things, I was getting the word as I was writing it. So I was writing what I was being told. Okay. Well, let me go back to where I was. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place, but I told you I have to write things down. Don't let the things outside yourself have you question who you are. Question your morals or your values. Go within. There is God. Let God validate what he created. He knows all your imperfections. Be you. Be you. I don't know what that said. I must have missed the letter or something. He knew you. He know yous. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get what I wrote. I wrote, he knows you don't like those hips. He knows you don't like those lips, But from those lips flows the essence of God, right? So all those things you don't like about yourself, the Lord loves about yourself. His wonderful and beautifully made masterpiece is what you are. How you going to let somebody fool you about you? tell you about you. They don't walk in your shoes. Everything you need to be is already complete. You are not broken. There's nothing missing within you. And nobody don't need to be trying to take away the pieces of you until there is no more. And what I mean by that is like when you be around people for so long, people, places, and whatever, and it takes so much. They will take so much from you and chip at you and take, like, for instance, like what happened to me was over the years, little by little, my energy was being taken from me to the point that I had no more energy to give to the situation. I couldn't put any more life into a situation. I couldn't put any more life into something was dead. You get what I'm saying? And so that was the moment when I cried out to the Lord, and the Lord opened my eyes and been speaking to me since. And I've been on this walk. I have never walking with God for a full year. It used to always be maybe for a few weeks or months, and then I'm back into the wilderness. You know, not this time. Not this time. Not this time, because this time everything is for real. For real. They will take your peace if you let them. Trust me. You know, like I say, they come to get a piece. They don't come for peace. They come to get a piece. You stay away from those people that only come to take a piece from you and not come to give it. You know, they will steal if you let them. They will lie, cheat, slander, whatever you let them do. Only you can give them that power. They can only hurt you with the power that you give them. You get what I'm saying? It's only if you let them. You don't have to go away giving your power. You can say no. You don't have to do anything. You don't want a relationship, say no. You want to focus on yourself, say no. There's nothing in life that's saying that you always have to say yes to people, particularly to the people who are out here to take you out. Meaning they only here to rob, kill, and steal. And that doesn't literally mean actually killing. But the stealing part is real. Not that they have to steal something physical from you, but they can steal from you mentally. Your peace. They can rob you of your peace. That's stealing. You know? That's all I wrote as far as, you know, with that. You know, because it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into play when you are confident within yourself. Because when you're confident in yourself, you are confident in the Lord. You know, I've always been a confident person, and not about the physical. Just that in the knowing of who you are and where you come from. That is all that you need. You know, I give this testimony. I tell you, like, look, I don't even really know what more to say because I read it to you. That was just a word right there. Like, I got it written on my wall. Let me see if I can show y'all. You see that? I don't know if I showed it all the way because the way I'm sitting, I got my phone charging. But I'm going to read to you what I read to myself each and every day. Let me take this off the charger. I'm going to read this to y'all. And I'm going to affirm y'all today. Okay? Because this video was about confidence. This video was in me encouraging you to get confident within yourself. Get confident within the Lord. I am loved by my family and friends. I am confident in my abilities to succeed. I am worthy of my dreams and goals. I am optimistic about my future. I am determined to make a difference. I am ready to overcome whatever obstacles I face. I am capable of doing difficult things. I am thankful for all the talents I've been given, and I am proud of who I am today. Affirm this to yourself each and every day. Come back to this video. Come look at only that part if you have to. You can also purchase those templates from Amazon. I found those type of affirmations in my wall tapestries from Amazon. And any other affirmations I got came from the dollar store and like places like Foreman Mills and stuff. Doesn't matter. It's just like if I see something that's helpful to my spirit and my mind, that's what I do. So, beautiful souls, let me help you, and together we can help one another. I encourage you, beautiful souls, to get confident within yourselves. Believe in yourself. Love on yourself. Nurture yourself. Take time to have self-care. Rest if you need to. But rest in the Lord. I assure you, confidence and hope. Confidence and hope. These are two things that you must have. Have a beautiful day, beautiful souls. I said beautiful. I'm sorry. Have a wonderful day, beautiful souls. Until the next video.